All right, we're going to work on a front fender here to a 59 Chevy truck. There's a couple spaces that's been pulled off and just kind of protected with some primer here after the paint's been stripped. Got some dents here, so we're going to go around and pull off a little bit of the primer, just do a little bit of light sanding, and then we'll go and do some repairs on this here. So you can see some of the areas here that pitted there. Have some patchwork here for some metal. Try getting that cleaned up a little bit, and then some up in this area. So just about five good spots here that need cleaned up and some patchwork. Yeah, we'll take a little bit of lacquer thinner and clean off these areas. All right, so we'll mix up a little bit of Bondo. It's kind of warm out today, so you have to work quick here. Ways probably smaller batches. Take a glob here. Turn it down a little bit. Just take and run some of the hardener across there and start mixing it up. It's like Play-Doh. It'll work a lot faster though. Get all that blue blended in there so it's a good even color. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Very good at this, so all you pros out there, you can put in for how I'm doing all this wrong. Let me know your tips. It's starting to get hard on me here, so working time is about over. About as much working as I can get out of it. Get too much on there, it just means extra sanding. So it's not that big a deal, just more time. I guess I have time. I'll let that dry for about 15 minutes. Meantime, I'll mix up and do some other. All right, I'm gonna take a air file, 80 grit sandpaper, and sand this down a little bit, see if I can get close before I jump in with the hand sander. Much good without putting my mask on. All right, with the sand in here, I can see where I didn't do a good job. It was getting a little bit thick, and I was probably pulling stuff up, created pits. So that's probably why you're better off to definitely try to focus on small areas. It is about 95 degrees out, so the stuff works pretty quick. And then just filling over stuff. I'll put a ruler on this and I'll show you after I'm finished. All right, take a look here. So I've got it pretty much filled in here. Sanded in there's maybe some little gaps in there, but I think I want to get spray some heavy primer on there, a couple coats, fill those in. We'll see how that works, so we'll stay tuned. But not very good at this Bondo stuff, so if you're starting out like me, just all you can do is, if you screwed up, take it out and start all over again, or another thin layer on there. But it's just time consuming. All right, what I have here is I have a little bit of exposed metal here. I'm just gonna mix up some epoxy primer here, and I'm gonna brush it on, see how that works. It's just a small batch here, just kind of cover my raw metal to keep it from rusting before I can get to other details on it. So let's try mixing some of this stuff up. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Let's see how it all works. And what I'm using here is, this is from Eastwood. It's got a lot of stirring up here to do. Bought this that long ago. You can stir this part up. All right, it's starting to break up pretty good now. Guess it's probably a good thing I did. All right, here's my fancy work table. Stir it up here good. All right, I'll brush that on here. And when I go to sand this here, I'm going to sand it with probably a 120 grit at least first before I do the next layer of on here. But just wanted to keep this stuff from all this stuff from rusting. I've got some rust conversion stuff that has the fresh metal, so plus probably where the disadvantage is doing this is you are going to have some brush bristles in your paint. That's the downside side of it all here. But may have mixed up too much primer too. It's going a long ways. Got an area for the clean. Goes nice, good thick coat on there. Alright, so that's it. We'll let it dry there, and I'll put it back in storage there until I get ready to start assembling things.